How's it going today, everyone? This is Sage, and finally back with another video. It took about a week, but here we are. I had some technical difficulties here at the start of this week, where my microphone was messing up. My microphone arm ended up breaking, so I had to wait for Amazon to bring me a new one. Just a whole bunch of stuff. But we're coming back at a kind of good time, because we officially have the full set list for OTS 26, which releases today, I believe, at OTS. And here's the full set list, okay? We're going to go over some of these and kind of go over some of the market prices. Let me get out of here real quick while we talk about this. So the only card in this OTS set that we knew was Low. We knew Low was getting an ulti. We've known this for months. Phantom of Yubel is kind of alright. It had a Chase secret rare plus a higher rarity in the same set. Sure, giving it another high rarity is kind of pointless, but it is one of the top performing decks. Now, Diabellstar. Why are we giving this to Diabellstar? I get it. I get it. You know, the sinful lore and everything. The whole Azamina Goblin Biker like lore story that they're doing. It's the same thing they did with Albaz and Visas and... But why, man? Like, Diabellstar was already confirmed for Bonanza, which comes out next month. We're about a month away from Bonanza. It's going to get 6 more printings then. Plus, not to mention, it just got a tin reprint as a prismatic secret. What is the purpose of this ulti other than to be the next $5 OTS Ultimate Rare? I just can't comprehend this. It's gonna meet the same fate that Albaz and Aluber did after they had the Rarity Collection reprints. This will be a $5 ulti. So, I mean, shout out if you guys sold your Diabellstars from tins for 20 bucks, because those should be going down here pretty quick as we wind into Bonanza. Oh, man, but there were so many other choices that they could have done other than Diabellstar. I get they wanted to represent Snake Eyes, but I really feel like this was not the move. Moving on to the supers, this whole second row are OTS supers in this set. Backjack is pretty good. So Backjack, its only other real foil printing was a gold secret. So this gives people an option to play a super over the gold secret if they don't want the gold rares in their deck. Frame was okay, but it should have been Fortress. Fortress is the $20-something common from the structure deck. It definitely should have been Fortress. Lantern Shark, Buzzsaw Shark, sure. Give it to the Shark players. Samurai Destroyer, fantastic. No point that thing was a $10 rare before. Moon, we kind of expected this along with Sangan Summoning since they were both commons. So, you know, that's whatever. We definitely saw those coming. Chicken Game. I didn't expect Chicken Game to get reprinted this soon. I thought it was going to meet the same fate that Substitute did, and wait like 2 years after coming off the list before they finally reprinted it, or that it was going to be in Bonanza. I did not see it coming as an OTS super, but good timing because the commons were selling for $15+ here just a couple days ago. And Ostinato super, sure, that's fine. It was 2 commons before that were worth quite a bit of money. So now they got Ostinato reprinted, and First Movement Solo was a quarter century in tins. Sure, give it to the Melodious players. Fire Sork, sure, I guess. They saw they saw this card get bought out from LON, and they're like, hey, we need to reprint this because people will want it. Mimigul does not even play this. This card, I don't even know what this card is. Abyss Megalo, this could have easily been multiple other options if they wanted to give Mermail a common reprint, but I guess Chopina reprint from the Melodious, that's fine. Right and left hand Shark, sure. This is a really weird one here with the Acers. These aren't relevant at all in current day. So all we can suspect with these getting reprints, especially since no support has come out anytime recently for these guys, is that maybe we're getting support for them? Question mark. So something to keep in mind, because everything else on this list has received some sort of relevant support in like the last 6 months, but there's been nothing for Acers. Shien Synchro, sure, I guess. It already had four or five different printings. Give it another one, sure. Meteor Burst is good for Tenpai. Both 2 or 3 different prints I think it had were all money. Giving it an accessible OTS common is nice. Tenpai is going to be pretty budget, honestly. It's going to be one of the cheaper decks now that Trident's reprinted. Valiant Shark Lancer, sure. I don't know much about sharks, but I guess if they needed it. Seems like filler to me, but Shien Smoke Signal, again, this could have been a better spell card, which we'll touch on later. Metal Morph, sure. And then the viruses, you may think it's kind of weird to see all 3 of the viruses here, but these actually got errated. So now these work with transaction rollback. So interesting little tidbit. That's why they reprinted all 3 of them together. So yeah, keep that in mind. We're going to go over and touch on a few of these cards, with the first being low. Very cheap for like both prints. Even the secret, market price says 18-ish. Honestly, these secrets should be probably $10 after the ulti comes out, I would guess, like $7 to $10. Voiceless isn't really doing much in the current format. I see it once in a while. There was one fella at Locals who was playing Voiceless, but hell, I don't even think he's on it anymore. I think he switched over to Runic Whitewoods. Diabell Star. So I actually want to touch on both of the different Diabell Stars. So regular Diabell, original Diabell, is sitting like $20 for both the Tin Prismatic and the original Secret, whereas the Quarter Century is still, you know, pretty hard to find. Very low on listings, mainly because this is going to remain the chase rarity for this card, even after Quarter Century Bonanza comes out. Then Snake Eyes Diabell Star. Again, Quarter Century is the chase. But this Ultra shot way up. This Ultra was bulk for quite a long time, but after most of the other Snake Eyes cards got reprinted in the tins, people looked and they're like, oh, wait, if we're going to play Snake Eyes, we need one of this. Like, Bonfire got reprinted, Poplar got reprinted, Diabell Star, Oak, Birch, Flamberge, like, Wanted, Field Spell, OSS, they all got reprinted. But Snake Eyes Diabell Star didn't, because it came out of Legacy of Destruction, so that's what this little price increase is here. You can get them for like 3. Here's one copy at 3 plus shipping, so it's 5 after tax. Otherwise, it's going to run you about $4 plus shipping. And this is a one of. You don't really need more than one of this. Phantom of Yubel. These have been on the decline, which is kind of weird given that this is one of the best decks in the format right now. You can see the spike after the ban list came out, where people came out and they're like, hey, I need my Phantoms to play next format. But you can get these for $30 now, which is pretty cool because these used to be consistently like 45 plus. So that's good to see out of this set. Backjack. So as we were talking earlier, this had a gold secret, which was the highest rarity of the card. Bunch of commons and then the random rare out of Tactical Masters. I want to click into this gold secret. I think I have a play set of this. Technically, I would still prefer the gold secret over the OTS super. However, there are people out there that just cannot stand the gold rarity. So that's where the OTS super is going to come in for those kinds of people. These are sitting like $3 post shipping per copy. Lowest play set is $170 per plus $127 shipping. It's what, 2, 4, 6, 5.5, $6.50. Probably closer to 7 after tax. Not too bad. These were like $3, $4 there for a while. We do like to see little reprints like this. This is likely for the Labyrinth players, I would assume. Ancient Gear Frame, sure, I guess is fine. These were, you know, dollars for these, but again, Fortress definitely should have been the reprint. That thing's been $20+ ever since the Ancient Gear support got announced for the first time, and I think it was even high before that. Lantern Shark, it just came in commons, so give it to the Shark players. Same thing with Buzzsaw. Again, only available as common, so shout out Shark players. Samurai Destroyer. If you guys bought this at 10 plus, man, sucks to be you, huh? Man, these are already like $7. Shout out Unlucky J. Unlucky, he just bought his this last weekend, and then they turn around and announce the OTS Super. Chicken Game. Yeah, you see this graph? Yeah, just wait. Somebody bought one at $18 2 days ago. That is going to get canceled. Oh no, it got lost in the mail. Sorry, give me my refund. Because it just got an OTS Super. Yeah, it's crazy. These were like $14+ there for a little bit, but now the common is going to come way, way down. OTS Super will be the high rarity of it. Ostinato. These have been on the decline significantly since Melodious just isn't seen play anymore. But still a good reprint for him, I guess. Give him a little hollow upgrade for this card. This card is like so good, man. The Acers. So these had several prints, including the Legendary Hero deck common. So I don't know why the hell they'd give it an OTS common, but who knows? As I said, there may be more support coming for Nordics. We just kind of have to wait and see. Speaking of the Nordics, I wanted to kind of take a little snapshot of where things are sitting at here for the deck. Very, very accessible, honestly. These are dollars for even the higher rarity stuff, like the Legendary Collection 5D Secrets. Some of the ultis are even like $2, $3, $4. Very, very accessible if you guys are looking to get a Nordic core. Honest to God, I don't know what Nordics even play. I have never seen them play. But yeah, this is just giving you a kind of a visual snapshot. Stuff to keep your eyes on while you're digging through bulk, because who knows, we may end up getting support for these, and some of these ultis may climb, some of the secrets may shoot up. We just never know, really. Abyss Megalo. Why did he get a common? Why? Like, he already had 4 prints. I really don't feel Abyss Megalo was the one that needed the common. Now, Fortress. Ignore this. This is direct. Yeah, why are these $25+? Up to 30. And we chose not to reprint this for some reason, even though it's a 3 of? Like, come on, Konami. I want to guess that means it's going to be in Bonanza. Kind of the same thing we saw with the Battles of Legend Chapter 1 reprints with all the Lightsworns. And we're like, hey, why didn't you guys reprint Charge and Raikou, 2 of the best cards? And then they ended up being in Rarity Collection 2 anyway. So I'm assuming that's what's happening here. So if you guys do want to play Ancient Gear, just do not buy these until we know for sure the contents of Bonanza plus the whole nostalgia pool, because you don't want to get burned spending, you know, almost $30 a copy, $100 a playset on this card. So Abyss Trite is one that definitely could have used the reprint for Mermails. Now, if you guys don't know, we got a second wave of Mermail support announced. It's 3 cards for Supreme Darkness, which is the set with the evil hero King Neos or whatever it is on the front of the pack art. So Mermail cards, keep your eye out on them for the next few months, just because, you know, they are very likely to go up with the support still trickling in. But Abyss Trite is a solo print. And, you know, it's a little waifu card, so people are gonna like this anyway. But, yeah, as soon as we saw the support, like, let's go back. It was, you know, $1, $2. And then support came out, and people bought it. And then it eventually came here, and now it's sitting about $7 a copy. Yeah, this definitely could have used the OTS common. Kizaru. Why did we not reprint this as the OTS common instead of Xian? This is the most expensive 6-SAM piece that does not have an alternate print. And when I say that, I mean it, because these were $40 a piece. Remember when the 6-SAM support originally got revealed for OCG? These shot up to like 25. Yeah, 25 bucks. Almost 30. But they're 40 minimum now. And that's not even the worst of it. They've sold at 40. In the last 24 hours, they have sold at $40 a piece. Why did this not get the OTS common, Konami? Please, use your brains, man. Even like Hatsume is going way up. Like Hatsume is 11 bucks a copy. Another one of the solo prints, and they choose to give Shien Synchro. It's like 6th printing. It has an ulti, it has an ultra, it has a super, it has a secret, it has a common. When is enough, man? Just give the prints to the cards that need it. This I just wanted to throw in here because this is hilarious, man. Chariot Carry Starlight. Now remember how hard Starlights were to pull? Yeah, why is this direct at $16.25? Just wait, it gets worse. Just wait. Why are these like $14? And just wait, it gets worse, it gets worse. Why were these $11.50? Yes, you could get a Starlight Rare for cheaper than a McDonald's combo meal. Let it sink in. Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous how far these have fallen. Yes, I get it, nobody's really playing Gold Pride anymore, but we are getting Punk support soon, which has been, you know, announced for the same set that the Dragon Maid support's coming in. We're also getting Orchest support and Punk support. So who knows, maybe Gold Pride can make a comeback. Maybe there's some really broken Punk card that Gold Pride can implement. We don't know, so honestly, at this price, I don't think it's the worst thing to have a $14 Starlight just sitting around. What's the worst it can do? Go to $7? Like, it's a Starlight. It's a Starlight, you know? It's one of the hardest chase rarities to pull, and yeah, just very, very accessible. Engraver. So we haven't touched on Engraver in a while, probably since he was back here at the $100+ mark. Yeah, these are 75 now, which is kind of insane, to be honest. And there are over 100 listings, 122 listings with 251 quantity on the market. Just insanity. People are really getting scared. And this format isn't really... It's a lot more open now that Snake Eyes has been nerfed. Yes, Yubel is still very, very, very strong with the Fiendsmith engine. But I really feel like there's more room in the format for a lot of these lower-end decks, more rogue-ish decks, to come up and challenge. But people are still dumping their engravers because they're like, hey, I'm done. You know, once they finally fix the format, hey, I'll tap back in, but this Fiendsmith, it's not working for me. So these are dumping at an all-time fast pace. So if you guys do have these, it's kind of the same thing we saw with Bonfire, honestly. I really feel like this should have been the OTS ulti over something like Diabellstar, because Diabellstar is getting reprinted soon. And aside from this getting an ulti, I don't see this getting reprinted in any upcoming set, but who knows, they've done some strange things before. Druisworm has made its comeback into the format. These are sitting at $17+ a copy. There's a massive wall here, 33, 11 whole play sets, before it's closer to 20. But yeah, Druisworm's just really, really solid with this interruption. I've seen a lot more decks being capable of splashing the small bestial packages, and it's pretty cool, honestly. I do like to see the bestials make a comeback. Maybe Magnemite can come to 2. Just saying. Hydra. So, shocker, we announced this months ago when, you know, Trident Dragon got the reprint. We said, hey, once Trident gets more accessible, Hydras are going to go up. So, Hydras were less than $10. Hey, you should probably get some Hydras if you guys need them. You see this? Hey, you see this? They're slowly going up. 80 listings on a super. And you can see quantities are pretty consistently moving since the Megatons. They were moving a little bit quicker pre ban list. Ban list was what, here ish. But yeah, these are trickling upward. And I don't see Pydra getting reprinted anytime soon. So I actually never ended up picking up my other two. So I will probably end up doing that. Tenpai actually, you know, a little side note, just got released in Master Duel today, October 10th. We've seen this before where Master Duel does have an effect on the TCG. We saw it with Nouvelle. We've seen it with a bunch of other decks. Once the deck gets added to Master Duel, a very free-to-play friendly, you know, online simulator, those players get used to the deck and then they're like, hey, I really enjoy this deck. I want to build it in paper and play against my friends at locals. And when you have 10,000 people that are having very similar thoughts, hell, even if you have 500 people, they're like, hey, I don't have Pydras, I need them. Oh, it's only a super, how much can it be? It's not Bestial Magnamut. Yeah, but it's already $12, $13 for a copy of this. And when you have so many people rushing out to get their Pydras because a new deck just dropped in Master Duel, these will go up. As of right now, there's 549 copies available on the market, 80 listings. So just keep an eye out if you guys have these. I would recommend maybe not listing them yet. Wait for some more listings to disappear on this. Promethean Princess is still up. Crazy. Sitting at 25-ish now. These were as close to like 30, 33, I think is where I saw them at the highest. Again, this is getting reprinted in a month. If you guys do not need this to play, please do not purchase it because all it's going to do is tank. I'm warning you now, if you buy this at 25 and you do not play it, just don't even bother. Just, you're wasting your money, you're wasting your time. Just please stay away if you're not going to use it. Dweller, so with the prep for Ryziol, people are getting their rank 4 quarter centuries, and this is one of, you know, the best rank 4s. We saw this one pop off really hard during tier format. Dwellers are sitting about the $18 mark. There are quite a few of these available. 75 total quantity, which isn't too awful for a quarter century. 25 listings, though, is pretty low. And kind of similar over here with Dugaris. Dugaris is another very popular rank 4 because it gives you this pot of greed effect. Gives you the little pot of greed effect. These were like $3. So if you guys got them at $3, like, shout out, you guys are up 5x. 16 listings, 42 quantity total. Go ahead and flip them now. Might as well. Maybe keep one to play if you want to, but I have PURs. I don't need the quarter centuries. Abyss Gaios. This is another one that definitely should have taken the slot in the OTS pack over Abyss Megalo. Because why is it so damn expensive? We have Mermail support coming in Rhoda, and then we have more coming in Supreme Darkness. So guess what's going to happen? If this doesn't get reprinted, it's just going to, whoop, keep climbing. Hey, a year ago, you could have got them for $10. And then, boom, they're gone. Yeah, they're $50 first ed near mint now, which is psychotic. Blue Eye Spirit, people have been touching on this here recently, but this is I think one of the most, if not the most expensive quarter century out of Rarity Collection 2. These are $32-ish. They saw a very significant spike with the Blue Eye structure being confirmed to finally be coming to the TCG. That happens beginning of 2025. So people are prepping. I really feel like the Platinum Secret looks really good on this card too. So if you guys do need an alternative to the quarter century, Platinum Secret is so good on this card. I cannot state that enough. Myriologic Aggregator. We did touch on this in the last Market Watch. However, I wanted to kind of check back because this card has done nothing but go up. Still sitting at about $3. And it is a super. there are plenty of quantity on the market. This was a very, very widely open set. People were chasing the Lubellions and the Magnamuts and the Saraniers and the Druis Worms, the Cartesias. People were opening a ton of Darkwing Blast, so I'm sure people have hundreds and hundreds of these sitting in bulk. But this is like a mandatory playable card for Ryziel, so do keep an eye on this. Moye! Hey, why are we talking about Moye? Tenyi's just got new support announced here a few days ago, also coming in Supreme Darkness. Yep. What archetype works perfectly with Tenyi's? Sword Soul. So let's look at these Mama Ultras. You can see several of these moved. God, I can't believe these were as low as $3. They're sitting about $6 to $7 to $8 a piece now. Lowest playset right here from a non-verified at $8. Let's go to the second page and see where our first verified playset is. $10 a piece. Nice. And then all versions, let's go take a peek at the Secret. Ooh, Secret. Jesus. Again, same thing here. $15, $16. Yeah, $16 for the lowest playset verified. That's insanity. And these were as low as $6. I'm sure the rest of the Sword Soul stuff is way up too. Let's go take a look. Shishaos have moved. These were like less than $2, I think, the last time I checked. Emergence are moving $3 to $4. Long One Ultras are still chilling. Again, Long One Ultras from Bode are sitting pretty good. Shishaos less than $2. Chenyings were on the rise for decks needing a good Synchro 10 to go into, so this makes sense why it's this high. Same with the original Ultra. Taya's sitting pretty cheap. That's good to see. Iris isn't really played. Same with Chinjin. Blackout sitting about $0.25. That's crazy. And then I doubt there's anything major on this second page, but let's click in to check. Oh yeah, Abyss Dragon Sword Soul. I forgot this card existed entirely. Why does this card exist? It's useless. And then Evil Long One is $0.25 or $1 for the Secret. Nice. Just what we love to see. Blue Eyes Chaos Dragon. So I wanted to touch on this as a potential Bonanza reprint, or even a structure deck reprint maybe. Maybe they toss this in. I honestly doubt it. I think this would be a Bonanza candidate along with Chaos Max. But Chaos is about $20 a copy. We saw this spike way up around the time Rarity Collection 2 came out, because we had the Blue Eyes Spirit, the Blue Eyes Jet, the Blue Eyes Alternative, the Bingo Machine Go. Was that it for the Blue Eyes support? I think that's it for the Blue Eyes reprints out of Rarity Collection 2. But once all of those major cards got reprinted, this only has like 1-2 prints, I think. Yeah, 2 prints. So the Secret and then this Ultra, and both are just way, way, way too expensive. So it makes sense that they shot way up. This was a really weird one, okay? So I get people are playing more board breakers this format and also last format. But why is the common Raigeki $2.50 to $3? This is out of the Trap Trick structure, by the way. It's just money. Money common. Okay. I mean, if you guys can find the Trap Trick structures for like the $7-8 at Walmart, this is already like, you know, a good portion of your money back. Not too awful. And that structure also has Duster, which is pretty wild too. Speaking of tins with the Raigeki and Duster reprints, let's kind of take a little second to run through some of these cards. Listings have replenished for most of these since the last time we talked about them. Diabellstar's kind of low at 35, same with Chaos Angel at 36. However, more sellers are listing their copies onto the market. The price of a sealed case of this has gone up from $175-ish up to nearly $200, and that's because people are really not only enjoying opening these, but the value isn't awful. Like, people are saying on average with EVP, estimated value pulled, for every case you open, you're making like $20 to $30. Granted, you need, you know, somewhat decent luck to pull like SP Thrust, DMG, Alt, Imseti, Bonfire, like these big secrets. But when you do hit, you hit. There's one fella who I saw got a triple SP case. Homie made his money back on the case with SPs. Pretty sure that was down south. So shout out down south, man. He's a homie. Duster alts at 7. I kind of want these to fall a little bit more because I am looking for the alternate art secret rare misprint. If any of you have that, hit me up on the Discord. Join down below the YGO Fresh Off the Press Discord. I am actively looking for a secret rare misprint Duster alt art. It's one of the few misprints out of this set that I really, really, really want. Like, I have the Red Eyes misprint, I have a Bonfire misprint. What other misprints do I have? Quem. God, what else do I have? Do I have King Sark? I don't think I have King Sark. I don't think so. But yeah, there's a lot of cards in this that have now replenished. Toon Kingdom being $2. I think these actually went up a little bit, didn't they? I thought I saw these less than 2 there for a while. Maybe I'm just hallucinating. Still really, really solid card to get at $2 in my opinion. Spirits being 2.5 to 3 is kind of shocking. These were selling for 5, 6 all day come tin release. Gazelle's $3, Tier Cash. Speedroid Terratop is one to look at too, along with Lad. Lad for legacy formats, same with Torrential. Speedroid Terratop for future formats with the Speedroid support coming out. So do keep an eye on those. What else do we have? Morganite, $3 secret. Shout out Stun players. Love you guys, repping with ya. Ohimes are $2 each. Damn, I got a hell of a steal on that then. I picked up 4 for like $1. It's wild. Poplar being about 2.5, Yama being 3.5. Honest is another quarter century to keep in mind. Same with Ubel. Even like RDA. RDA is pretty solid too. Chimera Tech, again, keep it in mind for legacy formats. A lot of really interesting penny stocks out of this tin. And then I wanted to kind of touch on the Rhoda pre-releases here on TCG Players. So, Fuwalos, the big chase, pre-selling at $125. We saw this sell out on multiple of the big vendor sites at around the 150 plus mark, so 125 is pretty solid. With the TCG pre-sales being at 125, I would not be surprised if this goes probably like 90 to 100 bucks in the first day or two. However, this is a very, very, very needed card if you are going to have any chance of competing at the highest level. So the more of these you have, the more advantage you have on your opponent that can't afford them. So if you guys can even get one, it just, you know, it'd be worth it. I do have one on the way. I managed to pull off a Whatnot Reptilia hit, so there's my one, unless I pull more, but I will not shell out $125 for this. Deception being about 50, that's kind of what we were seeing. Impulse being 37 to 40. Yeah, I feel like it's going to be pretty similar to Purge. This card completely cooks Mimighoul too, so if you guys are worried about Mimighoul, just run Impulse in main. Heart of Blue Eyes, this is probably going to be like $6-ish. These might have some sort of waifu tax, but again, they come in higher rarity too. Giant will probably be like $5. Throne will probably be like $1, if even. Charm is going to be a 50-cent secret. Like, there's no doubt in my mind about that. Just, yeah, things are kind of looking about where we were expecting them to be toward the higher end of the set. And yeah, that's going to bring us full circle back to the OTS reveal. Now that we got this stuff kind of sorted out with my new mic arm and everything, hopefully we can start pumping out videos more frequently. I have pretty busy 3-day weekend coming up, but I do plan on getting out my Bonanza predictions, hopefully next week sometime, hopefully before they start doing insane reveals for the set. So I'm going to do probably just a massive video covering the nostalgia pool reprints that I want to see, and also what I'm speculating for the primary Bonanza core set, which is probably going to be a 30+ minute video, so do keep an eye out for that. Also, I am working on the New Seller series. Basically, the delay with that is I'm trying to get used to this new editing program that I have never used. I don't know anybody that has used it. It's DaVinci Resolve. It's a free to use editing software. Back when I used to edit videos on my primary YouTube channel way back in the day, I was using a cracked version of Sony Vegas. So I need to really sit down and grind out DaVinci Resolve and try to figure out what keybinds and what's gonna work best for my workflow. So that's what I've been in the process of doing in the background when I have some free time. I've also been working on transferring my master spreadsheet over to a brand new one that I created, and I have to go through and manually input the quantity data that I have for my old spreadsheet where I had 25,000 plus quantity in there with 11,500 lines. And I have to manually enter the quantity data into a new spreadsheet. However, once I get that completely transferred over to the new spreadsheet, it'll make getting stacks of cards like this and inputting them into the spreadsheet a lot easier. I could probably crank through a few of these in an hour or so once I have it completely optimized. So that's what I've been kind of working on in the background. If you guys have any cards you guys want me to cover in the next Market Watch, leave them down in the comments. Otherwise, feel free to use the links in the description. I do have several Amazon links down there. They are referral links, so if you guys do click on those links and make any qualifying purchase on Amazon after you've clicked that link, I do earn a small commission on that, and I do appreciate every one of you that has done so. Whatnot, I am 48 sales away as of the time of recording this video from 1,000 sales, which, if you don't know, is a massive milestone on the platform. You get access to instant payout once you reach the 1,000 sales, which means as soon as I print a shipping label for orders, I get my cut of the earnings, which is insane because right now I'm waiting probably about a week-ish, depending on when orders get sent out, but I have to wait upwards of 72 hours after delivery confirmation to get paid. So getting access to instant payout is going to be a game changer. It means I can go buy a sealed product when it comes out, bring it back, sell it on stream, take my profits, go back, buy more, next day come back, stream it, and keep doing that. So that's the next big goal. So if you guys aren't following me on Whatnot, please do so using the link in the description. If you guys have not made an account on the platform, you guys will get a $15 credit to use anywhere on the site, including my upcoming shows. Speaking of, we do have a show coming up here in November for the Whatnot card show, so don't really have too many plans. We're probably not going to go too insane like we did with the last Whatnot card show, but I am glad to have been invited back again for that. It was pretty fun the last time, so I'm looking forward to it this time. I'm going to stop yapping. It's getting close to my bedtime, so I got to get out of here. Hope you guys have a good day. Hope you guys stay safe. Stay hydrated. Go drink some water. I've been talking too long, so I definitely need it. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.